Welcome to PMP Project Millionaire Productions, where we're unlocking all four types of wealth: mental wealth, social wealth, physical wealth, and financial wealth. I'm your host, and I'm clean with the patu. You know, the patu of choice today is the Uzi. You know, I'm juicy and your girl can't choose me. But you know, today's patu is the Puma, so please, Puma game, mate. If you are new to the channel, please do make sure you subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you are notified when we do upload content. Please do comment down below who and what type of career path you'd like to see on the podcast, and definitely do like the video, because I definitely am sure you are going to like the video. But nonetheless, I'm sitting here with a comedian, a content creator, Mr. Dezz Lee. How are you, my G?
I'm all good, man. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. Thank you for pulling up to the podcast.
No worries, no worries. It's alright, it's alright.
Yeah, bro. So can you please give the people who don't know you a quick introduction on who you are and what you do?
What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Dezz Lee, the one and only independent variable, your mama's favorite boyfriend and your girlfriend's baby daddy. I am a content creator, comedian. That was a good intro. See, when you did your intro, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna let this man one up me. You know what I mean? I was like, nah, it's content. Yeah. So I was like, yeah. But I am a content creator, comedian, and yeah, man, I'm just happy with life. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's me.
Bro, that's good, bro. And how is it in that space, that career path?
I think for me, it was unexpected. I didn't plan on doing this, right?
Okay.
I think it sort of found me because I started in the lockdown just creating you know what I mean? It's just like, you know, it's like having an Instagram that's not active. So it was just like that, just post now and then, maybe after a couple months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. And then eventually, I just then started wanting to do it. And then just boom. And now I'm sort of learning as I go. The creator state is always learning. You're always going to learn new things, new strategy, new posting times. Even business-wise, there's always a lot to learn. So, yeah, I think you learn a lot. And if you have a good circle around you and people that you can look up to, that's why I'm always telling people, like, oh, bro, like, if you have a question about content creation or just influencer lifestyle in general, ask me. Send the messages to the big people. I look at my requests, right? But just because you never know who could want some piece of knowledge somewhere out there. So yeah, man, just always learning.
Yeah, bro. And then approaching comedy content as a business, how would you say people go about approaching it as a business?
Comedy is, oof, man. Okay, firstly, it's very subjective, right? I'm always telling people comedy is subjective. Not everybody's going to find what I'm doing entertaining, right? What you find humorous to you is not what I find humorous to me. So business-wise, I think a lot of businesses, they probably look at it like, yo, bro, is he touching on relatability? Relatability and comedy work very well together. That's something I really noticed. Definitely. It's like if you can do something relatable but comedic at the same time, people, I'm like, hey, yo, I live this life. That's something that I do, right? So it's just, it happens. I think comedic businesses look at that. Is he relatable? Do people look at him and say, wow, this is funny. I never thought about it that way, even though this is something that happens all the time. But if it's just throwing random jokes that you're talking about potato salad one day, the next day in kombuti, it's just, you know what I mean? If you have it's a long story. So yeah, I do think business-wise, relatability sells.
I do actually definitely agree with that, bro. You know, and I also watch your content. I'm also like, hey, at least I'm not the only one who's thinking what you are saying or portraying in the video, bro.
I don't know what video you're talking about because I put chicken feet in my mouth, so I don't know. I don't know what it is you're doing at your house, but I don't know, man. It's like
it's a long story. It's a long story.
Yeah.
But you know, before you actually got into the comedy content creation space, who would you say you were before that?
I was a person trying to figure out life. I think I always knew I was funny, right? I always had the talent of knowing, oh, no, I'm a pretty funny guy. But, you know, in a black household especially, you know, things like entertainment, comedy, just looked at it. And entertainment, the space in general, is just looked at as like, dog, this is not a serious job. True. You should be focusing on school and stuff. Mind you, I wasn't academically smart. So I was so lost in like what I wanted to do with my life and the things I wanted to do. So I would say before that, I was just a 19-year-old, just finished matric, I'm just moving and I don't know the direction I want to go in, and I don't have anything that sparks up like a, hey man, I love doing this, you know? So I was lost. In a word, I think I was just lost, confused. I was, yeah, man. Maths was 42%.
Okay.
I'm lying, 26. Okay, I'm lying. It was like 10. I'm lying. But, you know, it's just like, I was lost. I think I was in a very dark and numbing area. You know what I mean? It was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. All my friends, oh no, I'm being a lawyer. Oh, doctor. One of my best friends is in the USA playing basketball. They all had their thing. I didn't have my thing. So before all this, it was just, dog. I don't know.
Confused.
I'm confused. I'm living, hey?
And what would you say was that trigger that, nah, this is actually what I want to get into? What would you say was like,
I know what pushed me to be consistent is, I always say this like in every single, like if I ever have an interview, I will always mention this, is that I once posted a video and this kid named Abdul, I'll never forget him. He sent a message saying, this made me smile and I haven't smiled in a long time. And when he said that, I was like, yo, the pressure.
hey, me?
Yo, I was like, it was like, yo, man, I might not know, like, you know, what I want to do. I might not have any value. I might not have my own self-worth and value to myself. But if I can add a little bit of just like happiness with the craziness and the randomness in my head, then, you know, this is worthwhile. And I started that 2020, the whole year, it was a flop. That was the year I started. 2020 was a flop. I had like 300 followers the whole year. Terrible. It's terrible. Every video, 2 views, 5, 10, 200 max. And, you know, but I still posted because Abdul would see it, and every time he liked, I would be like, I'm happy. You know what? One time. And then 2021, I started growing. And then I think last year is when I fully was like, you know what? This is something that I really want to do, because last year I explored myself a lot more, my creative side, my videography, directing side. And so now I'm very, not picky, more like I want my shots to be shot in a certain... What? You want your shots to be shot? That's terrible English. I know you're judging me. Wait. We're not Patricia. But anyway, I feel like, yeah, man. Now I'm very invested, and because I believe in myself so much, and this all from last year, just the positive support from me experimenting with my content and shooting things in different ways. That's helped me be like, this is something I want to do, and I can see myself doing for a long time.
Definitely. What would you say are 3 essential steps that made you start seeing progress in going from 300 followers to 10 views to now actually seeing progress in producing content?
One is on the creative side, I think execution, right? Just don't sit on your ideas. I do this thing, I write my ideas down, right? And if I feel like I can't implement it now, I leave it, and then I revisit it later, and I'm just like, okay, cool, I think we can do it this way. I think we can do it that way. Just if you have an idea, you have it for a reason. You know what I mean? Idea is just like a vision of what could possibly be, right? It's possible. You just need to make it happen. Don't sit on your ideas. If you have an idea and you're like, oh my God, this is a great, oh my gosh, you can just make it happen, right?
Definitely.
Even if you flop, try again with something else, because people will only remember your best work. You know what I mean? No one's gonna, I have videos right now that are at like 20K views, 500,000 views, especially with the following that I have. I know a lot of people expect that, oh no, you should be constantly hitting your millions, your 500,000s, but no one is talking about those videos. People are talking about the Bust Down Samantha that I dropped last year in October. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's just a practical example. Like, execution to me is very important. Have the idea, you can do it now, do it now. What's stopping you?
Definitely.
You know? I think, secondly, don't be afraid to experiment, you know, especially if you're just starting out. Like, you're finding your feet. You know what I mean? Do whatever you feel comfortable, do whatever makes you happy, and just do you. Thirdly, I'm gonna say you don't need to drown your For You page and post every single minute, every single hour,
A lot of people think that's the way. Case.
And I used to be that person. I used to post like 12 times in a day. 12 times in a day. It'll be back. My thought was, out of those 12, at least one must do good. So I would post like 12 in a row. 1, 2, 3, post them like this, play, and go to sleep. So that when I wake up, You know
People
those.
don't have
That was my dream. Like wake up with those notifications. You know those red ones, and you're just
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm that guy. That's what I used to think. Now, am I gonna? It didn't work in the sense that what I wanted to accomplish wasn't exactly. Only maybe like 2 or 3 out of the videos will do good, right? But what happens is that you're drowning the For You page, and now it looks like spam content, right? Now it's giving ball. Click this link to win a iPhone 13 Pro or stuff like that. You know what? The algorithm detects that as spam, and that pushes you down. So how I go about it, my shooting strategy is during the week I'm shooting.
Okay.
No. Maybe Wednesday is my day to shoot, right? That's why I shoot all my content all at once. Throughout the week, I'm writing it down. Saturdays is when I post. So posting Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I might have ideas. Shoot on the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm editing. Saturday, Sunday, I'm posting. It works for me.
Yeah.
And I'm posting maybe like 4 videos, right?
So you know that weight is now being fair. Yeah, definitely.
And mind you, you spent the whole week, you know, making this content. So chances are it's going to be good because you've invested. I think with social media, a lot of people are rushing into it. They got to be, oh, I got to be posting. Like you got to, the moment you get it, put it in.
Put it out.
Like it's okay to take time with your craft. Just, you know what I mean? Polish it up, make it nice. If you're satisfied, post that thing.
And I feel like even though you know there's a certain line between overweighting and waiting for improvement. You know, I feel like once you have those files in the vault, you can start generating ideas. Okay, that I'm gonna do this with this angle and this with this angle, and put the audio there.
You know what I mean? Like you just be very mindful, be very mindful and be present with your content, so that you're not thinking too much, you're not doing too little. You know what I mean? It's just think about it, just be like, okay, cool. You don't have to. When I'm gonna post it now. Now imagine you posting at 2 a.m. in the morning. Who's awake at that time?
Watching that?
Who's
Yeah.
watching that? Be smart about it, but don't overthink it. Okay?
Do you feel that is crucial when uploading, the times you upload?
To a certain extent, yes. Now, I believe, depending also who you're trying to target, right? So let's say, for example, you want to target people, school kids. School kids come out maybe 2:30. They get home 3 o'clock, and they're watching. Back in the day, we would watch TV and eat our cornflakes there for lunch, right? But now we're in a different era. TV is still a thing, but you know, people want to be scrolling on their phones now, right? So you get that. Kids are watching. Oh my God! All the kids just came out. All of them on their phones. We didn't have TikTok back then. Instagram was, you know what I mean? And it was weird. Do you get what I'm saying? So now people on their phones. So if you're targeting kids, target them around that time, right? If you're targeting adults who just got off on lunchtime, probably gonna post around 1. If you're targeting people that just knocked off late, probably post around 6. You know what I mean? In the holidays, it's up and down because everybody's sleep schedules are messed up. So I think you can really play around with the holiday. But I do think, depending on who you're trying to target, think about the times you are free to scroll on your phone, right?
And
Post those in those times, and then you'll be good. So I'd say post in those times, and you can wait 30 minutes after your next post or an hour after your next post, preferably an hour. I wait an hour. I wait 3 hours between the posts. And yeah, just so that you give the algorithms of whatever platform time to push. Because now if you go thinking, he's come, there's
no time now.
There's no time.
Consume the content.
You know, and sometimes like these things, they blow. The goal isn't to get viral. You know what I mean? You know, your goal should not be to get viral. It's to produce quality content, right? That has high engagement, right? Because I think people always like, oh no, if my video got 30,000 views and 45 shares, that's bad. I love that. It showed 45 people looked at your stuff and they were like, I'm gonna give it to this one, I'm gonna give it to that one. They probably share it to other friends. So you don't know how far the shares go. So don't look at the numbers as a determinant to how good or bad it is, because you know what I mean? So you can get a really good video with low engagement, and a bad video of somebody like eating peanut butter, you get
100K
views. You know, it's just life. The algorithm is weird. But you gotta be careful. But yeah, I do think time is important. Getting back to your question.
Definitely. What would you say is the fine line between being consistent and inconsistent? Would you say posting once a week is consistent, if it is quality, or would you say posting every single day?
I think consistency should not be posting every single day. It should be a pattern. So let's say, for example, if your thing is this week I'm posting 4 times, I posted 4 times in a week, and you keep doing that for a span of 6 months. That's been consistent in how you post. You can add and subtract, but I think consistency should be a thing of, in a week, did you post? Let's start with that. You know what I mean? Don't go, you can't expect to go viral. I'm going to use the word viral because people love that word. You can't expect to go viral if you're posting once a month, right? Because you're not showing us what you can do. You're not giving us options. You're not exploring yourself as well. You had one good idea, you left it, and now you think, oh, and if it does well, even if you do blow up, right? Come up with something else. Show us more.
Yeah.
Like, just don't sit around. That's not the
end of the journey.
Yeah, so consistency can be anything. Is it, I'm going to be posting 3 times a week. I'm going to post 4 times a week. Even if I don't have ideas in this week. Sometimes if you don't, it's okay. But if you know you have the ideas, that's why I always motivate people. Like, jot down your ideas. If you don't know what jot means, it's write. Write your ideas. Write that thing down. So that you can revisit it later when you have time and you're free. Shoot it, post it. If it hits, it hits. If it misses, it misses. No one's going to remember that it missed.
Definitely. I feel that is actually crucial when being consistent. Your audience should know that I'm going to upload at this time on this day, and at this time on this day, I will get the content. Yeah. But what would you say you take inspiration from? Who would you say inspires you, or what would you say inspires you?
I think what inspires me is a lot of the comedians that I follow. Okay. And, I'm talking your Dave Chappelle's, Will Smith to a certain extent, Kevin Hart, who else? The 85 Shout Show, Chico Bean, Carlos Miller, DC Young Fly. Yeah. All those people, I look at them like, I want to get like you guys. Especially people like DC and Drewski too. People who built their comedic career off social media as well. I look at them, I'm like, wow, you guys are doing exactly what I'm doing and what I'm trying to get to. And then, your more established comedians, Steve Harvey's and them, it's like, your skills, how you tell stories, how you paint this picture in the minds of your audience is what inspires me. You know what I mean? Because I'm just always like, yo, he told this story so well. He told this joke so well. I'm always like, these are the people that inspire me. Apart from them, I think also just my friends as well, especially the ones in the content creator space. I look at them. Some of them gonna be like, "Yo, you did a good job with that video." Like, "Yo, dude, you killed it, hey." Because these are really talented people, and I'm so grateful that I was able to meet them through the content creation space, and just understanding that we all share the same battles. We have the same issues here and there. So it's like, it's very, those people that's why I always say, dude, if you have friends who are content creators, collab with them, sit down, talk with them. Even if it's people that you're friends on social media, but you haven't really met in real life, meet them niggas, bro. Can I say that on camera? Am I allowed to say that? I'm not allowed to say that. You can bleep
cancel
that.
Culture. There's no cancel culture.
Yeah. It's fine.
So on the point of like-minded individuals, how do you go about meeting like-minded individuals? Like, you've met individuals that are in the same space as you, have a common goal, want to do the same thing as you. How do people go about actually meeting individuals that are like-minded?
I think for the most part is they usually content creative events. Content creative events happen, their thing. I recommend going. Go to these things and network. So when you start networking, then you get to meet them. Or if it's a thing of you two just followed each other, you see each other's content, talk to each other. Approaching these people can help. I can tell you now with, for example, with Ugly. Yeah, I could tell, for example, with Ugly Youngboy, it's like, yo, we followed each other, we'd like each other, comment, but he hit me up. And since then, we've created so many crazy videos together. So we've got along. We didn't know that we would get along until we started speaking. Personally, I didn't know I would like him. Sometimes I don't. I don't.
The truth is out.
Your problem, you. I love you, boy, but I don't like you. You know what I mean? So it's like, you never know. So honestly, I feel like if you see someone and you're like, dude, I feel like I could get along with this person, and they're in the same space as me, they probably have the same goals as me. Let me try figure it out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I'll continue to repeat that because you never know until you try.
True. At least you gave it that try. You wouldn't have known.
You wouldn't have known. And now I wouldn't have known because he's gave me a lot of knowledge. Also helped me sort of figure out that, yo, you should really, if you have an idea, do it, bro. Even if people are watching, you know what I mean, just be crazy with it.
Definitely. You know, on the thoughts on the topic of being international, you know, talking about your Carlos Miller, your DC Young Fly. Have you ever thought of going international yourself as a comedian?
I have initially. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I started my TikTok career, I was very focused on getting international in America, right? Hence, I only started blowing up in South Africa last year, because right now, 50% of my followers are from America,
Yo,
right? That's a lot. That's a huge chunk,
definitely,
and
especially for someone in
do you
SA.
get me? So I won't lie, it's the truth. I thought the way the money is at is in America. I thought that my goal, because I wanted to be like those people that me, I'm gonna leave SA. You know, they say support black business, support local business. That's not me. I won't lie. I wouldn't be here. I'm not gonna be. I wasn't gonna be on this podcast if you hit me up 2 years. I'll be like, no, you from America? You're not. No. And I had an American accent too. I'd force it. So to me, I think, you know. And when I started to come back more into SA, let me not say come back. When I started coming back into Dezz, when you started when I came back here, right?
Yeah.
I got the most positive response that I think anybody could have ever got in the short span of time that I did. Because I also noticed that in the 6 months, because I only started posting properly about SA in June, July, maybe. I don't even remember. Okay. When I started that, I got a positive response, and I became, I'm going to say, probably one of the most influential people last year towards the end of the year, right? Hence, I was nominated for that Top Creator of 2022 thing, right? I was like, I'm flexing on that one. I had to add that in. I'm so sorry.
Is it in your bio on socials? Like
nah,
TikTok?
not yet.
Hey,
Not yet.
must
Not
put-
yet. Not yet. But anyway, you know, and I wish I did that sooner. You know, I wish I focused more on building the entertainment culture here first before I make it that side, pull a young Trevor Noah, right? And I used to look down, as a person who used to look down on SA entertainment, Africa, why am I here? I want to go to America. I didn't realize how great things were, right? In terms of entertainment, because so many opportunities, I got to meet so many people in the entertainment space, and when it opened my eyes in a way like, yo, bro, SA is crazy comedically, entertainment, musically. Like, you should have been here the whole time. And am I going to say, yeah, I'm taking the L. Like, yo, bro, I look down on the entertainment space here. And now I'm like, yo, I want to be on TV here. I want to act here. I want to do radio here. Because, you know, when I let myself come back down and open my eyes to what's around me, I could build around that and not be focusing on what's going on in America. So, yeah, man. So I think the entertainment space, I would love to. In America, I would definitely love to. But I want to build my name here first, and then y'all will see me out there.
Definitely, bro. On that note, what do you think is the difference between SA's entertainment industry and abroad, so your international entertainment industries?
Well, definitely the pay is higher abroad.
Yeah, definitely.
That's one thing. SA entertainment sort of lacks support from the locals. You know, as much as I was one of those, I'm gonna use myself as an example. I never listened to SA hip hop because, you know, we always so focused on what's going on outside.
America,
You know, so it starts with the people. They don't believe in the culture of entertainment. Also, the belief amongst, you know, entertainment. You know, so I've noticed this. You know, when somebody says, "Oh, I'm studying media," or "Oh, I'm studying acting, drama, and entertainment," and people look down upon that person as opposed to someone who say, "Oh, I'm doing law," or "Oh, I'm doing engineering." You know, it's because we've sort of, and as of the younger generation, we coming up. You know, we doing crazy. You got a podcast. You got a podcast about you a watch. See, it's crazy. It's just the idea around just entertainment space not being an actual job and all this being for vibes is just sort of what puts us down, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's why I want to say, if you're an artist, if you're a rapper, if you're a painter, whatever you are, and you want to make that your full-time job, I respect you with all that I have, because that it's not easy. The entertainment space in America as well, and also abroad, is more, anybody can come in and go. Here, it's hard. You know what I mean? The connections that you need, the talent that you need. You know, I went to my first casting for an audition last year. There were so many people, dude. So many of us, all applying for 2 roles. 2. Mind you, I think we were probably like 50. Then they broke it down into sections. 50 in the morning, 50 in the afternoon, 50 in the evening. I was the afternoon session. So mind you, with 50 people all wanting that position.
2 roles.
You know what I mean? In America, obviously, they have more, there's a bigger budget, more production, more this, more that, more that. So there are more opportunities.
Definitely.
You know, here it's a grind, man. It's a grind also. I think that's another thing that differs us from that side. Not to say that the American grind is lower than here, but it's rough here, dog. Load shedding. Imagine you have a casting and now you can't bath with warm water. Ha! Shoot me.
Now you're telling people, hey, I can't record this episode.
Hey, no, I can't record this
Load
episode.
shedding,
Yeah.
bro. What would you say are things that us as South Africans or people from South Africa need to better in order to better this industry?
I think there should be a lot of investment into it. Hey, let's invest in acting. Let's invest in comedy. Let's invest. Content creation is coming up.
Definitely.
I won't lie
feel
to
like
you.
That's the future now.
It's get in this game now, but actually get in maybe like at June there when I made some money, because some of y'all talents, new talents are coming in and they're taking the business. You know what I mean? So we need to invest more. Content creation is definitely coming up in South Africa. I see a lot of opportunities, a lot of money being made, even for me, especially for me. Not the rest of these YouTube. It was yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know,
I'm coming up.
yeah, you coming up.
Are we coming up? Definitely.
But
Put
yeah,
in
I
the
think an investment into entertainment, we should just change the mindset that we have around entertainment, television, and all these type of things, because there is an opportunity. And parents, please, let your kids do what they. If your kids want to get into it, you don't know what you're missing out on. You know, and the skills and all these things. So I definitely think so. You know, growing up, I always believed that, if I wanted to study something in TV or media, I was stupid.
Okay.
You failed maths. That's why you're
That's
busy
why
doing
you're busy,
TV. Because that was what was put in my head, right? So parents, you also have an influence on how your kids think about certain spaces and certain jobs. So yeah, I think that's all I can think of, honestly.
Definitely, but I agree with what you just said, and also the support system, bro. You know, it's easier to push when there is that support system behind you. But you know, talking about parents, how would you say your parents reacted to you telling them that, hey, I want to get into the comedic space, the entertainment industry, instead of being your doctors, lawyers, like you said?
I never told them. Personally, they found it. I remember my mom was like, because what started happening is that the bigger I started getting packages. Oh my God, open this package, unboxing, these things. I was doing that, right? Yeah. So, packages started coming to the house. Coming every week. There's a package. Mom, where are you getting these things from? And I'm like, I'm content creator. She's like, what's that? Right? I'm like, I post, I make jokes. Businesses see that, and they give me money. And then she's like, I don't understand. It's so hard to explain because it's new for them, and they're starting to adjust. They even got Instagram and TikTok just because of me. So now they watch my stuff religiously. Anytime I have a gig, anytime I have a brand, oh no, we saw this, they saw this, or you know what I mean? So eventually, as they understood that no, this is a business, and your boy's making money, they were like, yo, okay, we're starting to. At first, I remember because I used to take TikToks in the fridge, right? Because I didn't have enough money to buy a ring light, right?
Oh yeah.
So
you're gonna see like a tripod.
Hey boy, that fridge light, that fridge light. Yeah. And the thing is, the fridge would go ping, 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 ping. As well, I didn't. I was like, no. I would look at the fridge and be like, we don't care, my man. We don't care. You know what I mean? Because it's tough out here, And they used to be like, you're wasting the electricity, you're wasting time. Hey, Now they're the first person to view. Yeah. And it'd be like that. It'd be your own people, but I understand that they're from a different generation, and these things are hard to grasp. Even to some people, even people our age, they look at this thing like, oh, bro, this man's just putting chicken feet in his mouth. But they don't know that the bag that comes in
from putting chicken feet in your mouth,
I can use that to buy toothpaste.
Hey. Yeah,
thank you, Siebenga.
Yeah, bro. What do you say are the best moments in your career?
Oh my gosh, man. Best moments in my career was when I hosted the blue carpet for the for TikTok for the Content Creator Awards, the first ever Content Creator Awards that happened last year. I hosted the blue carpet. That was best moment probably because I was interviewing the likes of Robot Boy, La Sizwe, great content creators, man. I'm telling you, it was insane. Hey, that was probably the best moment of my entire career. Follow that with the interview I did with GQ magazine as well. Your cameraman looked at me like I'm lying. He said, "GQ, you?" He like, "Yeah, man, he said, what?"
Now he's checking it out now.
Yeah, man, lying. If you check out probably under my social, under the stories, GQ South Africa, you'll see behind the scenes and stuff like that, behind the cameras and all that type of good stuff. So yeah, that was probably also my second best moment because I got to rub shoulders with Bohang, the actor, lovely guy, DJ Sabi, Donovan Goliath, Josta Dladla. It was just insane. It was magic.
Hey, bro.
And I think finally having, I'm gonna call this a very big victory, but having Buzz Down Samantha trend to the extent that it did, damn. These things happen, you know what I mean? It happens. Nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect. You're probably watching this on the Android. I don't know what you're talking about. These things happen.
Why fighting? Yeah.
It's why fighting. But yeah, these things happen. And I think just having that song trend was probably the biggest thing, I would say. Because, I mean, yeah, sure, I did all these things. I met all these people. But with that one, it was like, I did something. I created a wave of something that wasn't stopping. I got tired of it. I don't want to lie to you. It's Buzz down. I'm scrolling on my For You page. Buzz down some. I'm just like, I'm seeing all these things. And I'm like, guys, you guys are making so many trends out of this thing. Listen, that video had like, 3,000 shares, right? So many videos underneath it. I think it was like, I don't know how many shares it had. Probably like 24. How many people use that sound? I don't know. I don't know.
It really did take off.
But it traveled. It moved. And I was so proud of myself with that one, right? Definitely. Mind you, I did that thing at like 4 a.m. Couldn't sleep.
Amen.
Peed the bed.
Can you tell us the thought process of making that whole video, audio, Buzz Down Samantha? How was that, bro?
So initially, it was by mistake. So I do this thing where I would remix songs, right? But in this case, I was like, oh, when you download music from a sketchy website, you know, sometimes we used to download music, not me, Google, not me. Some people,
not us.
Not
us.
If Pretty Juice, Toxic Web, Tubity, you know. Sometimes people will be downloading like music from like these sketchy websites, and sometimes it'll be the song, but it'll sound funny, or it's at a lower frequency, or just it's even a different artist, right? It happened to me. I wanted to download a song. I didn't want to download the song. My cousin did, and then he played it, and then I'm like, dog, what is this? You know what I mean? So, and then I was like, okay, let me try to do stuff on my own. So I'd get the instrumental, and I was like, let me use my accent, because I feel like I'm developing this thing where I'm good at accents, right? So where it's like, I can just switch up in any moment, my brother, and then bring it back and just be like, yo, cuz, this is just it. I'm sitting here with this black guy over here. I don't know if these black guys here. You know, I'm playing around with my voice, and then I played the track, and I was like, oh, Buzz Down Samantha. Stopped it there. I'm like, nah, this is the one. Recorded mind you, everything's a freestyle, so I was just going, even though you don't have an S. Now if you could see me record, I'm thinking, no Kevs, you are just straight back. Don't bust it. You're going to break something. We're going to laugh at you. We're going to take you to this part. I didn't know what I was saying. Like, we're going to take you to the hospital. They'll ask what happened, and we'll say you try to do something that you can't do. That's why it ends there, because I'm just like, I don't know how to say all that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So and then when I dropped that, I was like, my initial thing, it wasn't even about Samantha. I don't even know a Samantha, right? It was just like, I don't know one. It was just about the song. The whole initial path was when you download music from a sketchy website. Yeah. Bang! That's what I wanted. People, who Samantha? Let's use this to show our friends' bank balance. This is how I shoot my shot. People made so many different trends, and it went crazy. But my initial, that's the thing. You never know what you could create with the gifts that you have. Definitely. I know I'm gifted in making music, right? And I know I'm gifted in comedy too. And then when I did that, it all came together and made this beautiful thing. where I could finally, and it opened the door for me to make some skits. That's when I started doing proper skits now in the street and stuff like that. And yeah, man. So I think that's just how everything developed into me making skits. Now there's the whole Samantha character. People want to know who is Samantha. Yeah, it's crazy. I could show you guys. I could really show you. I could bring her here, bro. Lab.
Interview Samantha.
Real
bro.
quick.
Yeah.
Parang phone.
One time. Otherwise, thinking of Dezz Lee as a brand, what is the image we're trying to portray? What is the movement we're trying to push?
The movement, I think, is versatility. I've learned to develop the skill of acting. I can make a song from scratch. I can also dress well and be fashionable. I mean, look at me. Y'all don't even know that I didn't bath today, but I look good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm very big on, mental health as well. So when I say versatility, it's because I fit into all these things. And I'm just like, because you'll find on most of my wholesome videos, I'm like, take care of yourself, right? Because it's very important. When you take care of yourself, you act in a manner that's very loving to yourself. And by that, you increase your confidence. You increase your lifestyle. Everything just goes. It doesn't it just, you know what I mean?
It's contagious, man.
It's contagious. You can start somewhere small. Like for me, I started with haircuts. I get a haircut every 2 weeks, right? I don't go a month without getting it being the start of the month, and then in the end of the month, I get a haircut. That's what I'm gonna do. I started building that, and it made me feel more confident in myself.
Definitely.
Now I take care of myself more. I'm investing in skin, this, that. So as a brand, man, I think I want people to look at me and be like, yeah, that was a great choice. Because this man is versatile and he can do what he can do.
True.
Yeah.
Definitely. To wrap it off, bro.
Bye. Oh, my bad.
Bye. Click bye.
You were saying?
Yeah, to wrap it up, bro. Is there any advice to the youth that is listening that you'd want to give them?
Take time with yourself. I think one thing that social media has done is sort of put people in this, you need to rush, you know what I mean? You need to, by the age of 21, you need to have your own car, you need to have your own house, you need to have you need to figure, you need to have your life figured out by the age of 21. And it's not going to be like that, Trials are going to come your way. Finances are going to kick in. Mentally, you're going to go through things. They're going to break your heart. You won't have a Valentine. That's going to hurt you also. Listen.
Valentine's is coming.
Boy. So,
it's a long story.
Yo, things will happen, man. And what I want you to know is that in life, you can't, it's not a race. Everything will come at its own time.
When it comes, it will be.
And when it comes, it'll be perfect, So what you can do, though, in the meantime, keep learning, keep growing, explore your interests, explore your hobbies, improve your skills, learn new skills. Just keep doing that in the space of taking care of your mental at the same time, right? It's not going to be easy, but eventually you will find your way. And if you are a person who prays and you believe in God the Almighty, do that and stick with it. But yeah, that's the advice I can give. Why am I looking there?
Definitely. There's a third angle. They actually.
That's nice. That's nice.
See, now they're gonna get that shot of you actually looking at the angle and talking to them.
Yeah, but yeah, man, just be careful. Take care of yourself.
Definitely. What do you want to be remembered as when it's all said and done?
When it's all said and done, I want to be remembered as one of the greatest comedians to ever live on this earth, especially one of the best Zim Creek comedians. That's me.
Definitely. Perfect, bro. Are there any new upcoming projects that you do want to notify the public of?
I'm gonna create a mess for Valentine's Day. Hey, y'all are not gonna rest. You're not resting. I will remind you.
The pressure is getting
worse. But yeah, hey man, now anything can come. I'm doing a lot more lifestyle things because I feel like a lot of people want to know like how I live my life and stuff like that. And my life is always like things are always happening. I didn't know I was gonna do this today.
Hey me.
They just said, Doug, the niggas for the podcast are coming, and I'm like, who? Y'all just where? How? And I was just like, I just arrived. You know what I mean?
I just arrived.
But yeah, man, A lot more is coming. A lot more visually pleasing stuff, and we're just gonna have fun and enjoy life.
Definitely, bro. On the socials, where can they contact you if they do want to get a hold of you?
You can find me at Dezz_Lee on Instagram and TikTok, YouTube as well. That's also coming up. I also forgot to mention that. And yeah, if you want my PayPal and my account details, there, just send in the DMs.
One
Even
time.
if it's $5, dog. Listen, in this economy, it's not make sure.
Hey, it's not easy.
Boy.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, you can eat more vibes with pop, mix them together.
More vibes.
Yeah, man. That's just it, man.
Are those all the socials?
Yeah, that's all the socials.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it's all the same at Dezz_Lee.
Down. Otherwise, Dezz Lee, thank you for pulling up to the podcast.
Don't worry, my boy.
Really do appreciate it.
Anytime.
I hope that they did get inspired by your story. They got a few tips and tricks, on how to make it in the comedic and entertainment industry. Otherwise, thank you guys for tuning into PMP
Yeah,
Productions, where we're
please,
unlocking
Bath.
all 4 types of wealth: mental wealth, social wealth, physical wealth, and financial wealth. I'm your host, Bohle Khato, right to my party, and I'm clean with the party. The party of choice is the Uzi, because I'm juicy and your girl can't choose me. I'm CDJ with Dezz Lee. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll definitely check you out next time. Yeah. And Kev, you gotta give your shout out, my G.
The Sun Cozy Pack out now on all distributing platforms. Thank you.
Danko, he said Cozy Pack is out on all distributing platforms.
Bye, guys.